হ্যালো শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আশা করছি আপনারা সবাই ভালো আছেন। এই মুহূর্তে আপনারা যে যেখানে বসে আমাদের এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশন দেখছেন, সবাইকে জানাচ্ছি অভিনন্দন এবং শুভেচ্ছা। আজকে আমরা বেশ কিছু গুরুত্বপূর্ণ বিষয় নিয়ে আলোচনা করব, মূলত সেই লক্ষ্য এবং উদ্দেশ্যে এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনে আসা। তো আমি আশা করব যে নিশ্চয়ই আপনারা সকলেই এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটিকে উপভোগ করবেন এবং আন্তরিকভাবে দুঃখ প্রকাশ করছি একটু লেটে ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনে আসার জন্য। কেননা আজকে আমাদের ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনের সময় দেওয়া ছিল ঠিক ৯টায়, কিন্তু সম্ভবত কারণে আমার একটু দেরি হয়ে গিয়েছিল ডিউ টু দ্য টেকনিক্যাল রিজন। সো আমি সকলের কাছে সরি বলে নিচ্ছি। আজকে আমরা এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনে কথা বলবো ক্যানাডার ওয়ান অফ দ্য টপ র্যাঙ্কড কম্প্রিহেন্সিভ পাবলিকলি ফান্ডেড গভর্নমেন্ট পলিটেকনিক সাসকাচুয়ান পলিটেকনিক নিয়ে। সো আজকে আমাদের গেস্ট রয়েছে সাসকাচুয়ান পলিটেকনিক থেকে সুশীল শেলি। সো সুশীল শেলি সে তার দীর্ঘদিন কর্ম অভিজ্ঞতার আলোকে আমাদের সাথে অনেক বিষয় নিয়ে আজকে আলোচনা করবে। সো আপনারা যারা কানাডাতে উচ্চশিক্ষার জন্য যাওয়ার জন্য চিন্তা করছেন, আমি আশা করছি এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশন থেকে আপনারা অনেক গুরুত্বপূর্ণ তথ্য কিন্তু পেতে পারেন। আজকে আমরা এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটি বাংলা এবং ইংরেজিতে সঞ্চালন করব, কেননা অনেক অভিভাবকরা রয়েছেন যারা আমাদের এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটা দেখে থাকেন। সুতরাং তাদের বোঝার জন্য সুবিধার্থে আমরা মূলত চেষ্টা করেছি ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটি বোধ বেঙ্গলি এবং ইংরেজিতে সঞ্চালনা করার জন্য। আমি আপনাদের সকলকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব, যে যেখানে বসে আমাদের এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটি এই মুহূর্তে দেখছেন, সবাইকে অভিনন্দন জানাচ্ছি আমাদের এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশন থেকে। সো আজকে আমরা কথা বলবো হোয়াই স্টুডেন্ট শুড কনসিডার ক্যানাডা অ্যাজ অফ দ্যার ফিউচার স্টাডি ডেস্টিনেশন। কেন বাংলাদেশি স্টুডেন্টদেরকে উচ্চশিক্ষার জন্য ক্যানাডাকে চয়েস করা উচিত, সেই বিষয় নিয়ে আমরা আজকে আলোচনা করব। আজকে আমরা আলোচনা করব there is a lot of college, there is a lot of university, there are a lot of institution. Why we should consider Saskatchewan Polytechnic? আমরা এই বিষয় নিয়ে আলোচনা করব। আজকে আমরা আলোচনা করব the topmost popular programs for our Bangladeshi student. আমরা অবশ্যই ডিসকাশন করব the tuition fees of the Saskatchewan Polytechnic, এবং অবশ্যই পড়াশোনা করাকালীন সময়ে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্টরা কানাডা গভর্নমেন্ট থেকে কি কি ধরনের সুযোগ সুবিধা পেতে পারে, আমরা সেই বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে আলোচনা করব। আমরা আলোচনা করব পড়াশোনা কমপ্লিট করার পরবর্তীতে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্টরা কি কি ধরনের সুযোগ সুবিধা পেতে পারে, সেই বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে আমরা আলোচনা করব। সেই সাথে আপনাদের সকলের কাছে আমরা রিকোয়েস্ট করছি যে প্লিজ অবশ্যই আপনারা আমাদের এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটি শুরু থেকে শেষ পর্যন্ত দেখবেন এবং মেনশন করুন আপনার কোনো নিকটবর্তী আত্মীয় স্বজন, বন্ধু বান্ধব এবং রিলেটিভদেরকে, যারা দীর্ঘদিন ধরে পৃথিবীর বিভিন্ন কান্ট্রিতে যাওয়ার জন্য চেষ্টা করছে, হয়তোবা শুধুমাত্র সঠিক ইনফরমেশন, সঠিক গাইডলাইন না জানার কারণে তারা হয়তোবা তাদের কাঙ্ক্ষিত লক্ষ্যে পৌঁছাতে পারছে না। ইন্টারন্যাশনাল অ্যাডমিশন সার্ভিস, উই পিপল আর ওয়ার্কিং ভেরি ভেরি হার্ড ফ্রম দ্য ভেরি ডে ওয়ান। কেননা আমরা জানি যে আমাদের দেশের স্টুডেন্টরা অনেক মেধাবী, অনেক বিচক্ষণী, শুধুমাত্র ইনফরমেশন গ্যাপের কারণে তারা তাদের কাঙ্ক্ষিত লক্ষ্যে পৌঁছাতে পারছে না। সো আমি আপনাদের সকলকে রিকোয়েস্ট করবো যে প্লিজ এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটি একটু শেয়ার করে দিন, তাতে করে হয়তো বা আমরা বাংলাদেশের মেধাবী শিক্ষার্থীদের কাছে খুব সহজে পৌঁছে যেতে পারবো। So now I love to introduce my lovely guest all the way from Canadian Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Hello, Mr. Sushil Shelley. Good evening and welcome on board. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. Good evening, Mashur, and salam alaikum to you and all of the viewers today. Thank you for having me on this program today to talk about Saskatchewan Polytechnic with all the students who are in Bangladesh. So I'm looking forward.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot to give us such a kind of opportunity to talking here with our potential students. Though the world is now having a very crisis period, so we are using the technology. So I believe this session would be more fruitful for the potential student who love to study in Canada. So Sushil, you have a wide range of working experience, as I know you for since long, but could you please tell me why international students should consider Canada as of their future study destination, please, apart from your previous working experience?
Absolutely. And as everyone knows now, Canada has become the most popular destination, I would say, among students for higher education. In fact, the last 3-4 years, it has picked up really well across the world, across all countries, as the most preferred destination for students. I think there are various reasons to it. And I would hear, especially for students and their parents, the first reason, in fact, my daughter went there last year to do her master's as well. So, I'm a parent now whose child is studying there in Canada. And the reason she went to Canada, she had other options as well, was primarily it's a very safe country. It's a safe country. So that's, I think, as a parent, as a student, we also want to be in an environment where you have political stability, you have safe environment, you're not discriminated, coming from these countries. Sometimes these have been issues and challenges with other countries. We see that, we read that. So Canada in that manner has been very welcoming, has been very open. It's a multicultural society with people from all over the world. It's a economy is done very well in the last many years. So it's still and then it's a country which actually needs people. It doesn't have a huge population. It's the second largest country by size, but in terms of population, it's very small. And so they need people because they have an aging population. People are retiring, so they need people to come and fill up those jobs and continue to make Canada strong. So I think these are some reasons which have been a great source of, I would say, inspiration and attraction for students. And then Canada has made it, I would say, very attractive by, I like to say, like an icing on the cake is the postgraduate work permit that you get. You study in Canada, you get to work, you get to stay back, work, and then there's a pathway to permanent settlement, permanent residency, a very clear-cut path. No confusion there. And students who have studied in Canada have a lot of options. They get weightage for their permanent residency. So I think it's a very good investment. And of course, the quality of education is amazing. It's second to none. The quality of life in Canada is among the top 3 in the world, in fact. And I think 95% of the institutions there are public. So that's another great thing, that they are all public funded, government recognized, government authorized institutions. So that's great. You're not worried about about anything. So I think these are some of the factors that students consider, and Saskatchewan Polytechnic, of course, has similarly attractive to students across the world.
No, thank you so much for your kind information. So প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আপনারা নিশ্চয়ই জেনে গেলেন যে why international students should consider Canada as of their future study destination. So আমি ঠিক আরো কিছু গুরুত্বপূর্ণ পয়েন্ট আপনাদের সামনে তুলে ধরতে চাই. As he said, is one of the safest country in this beautiful world. Moreover, I must say is one of the reasonable tuition fees provider, because the tuition fees is
affordable.
Very affordable, because if you compare to others country, especially if you compare to the US, if you compare to Australia, which is very, very expensive. But I must say, Canada provide the quality education with international recognition within very affordable tuition fees. And moreover, it's a multicultural country, and the Canadian people are most warm and welcoming for the every single individuals, international students. So this kind of opportunity is only offering few countries, because from Bangladesh to Canada is about 22-hour journey by on air. So definitely our parents, they will be thinking for the safety, security, quality of education, employability opportunity during their study period and after completing their education. So that makes the Canada amazing. And beside this, because Canadian government is the only one government who's supporting the international students with this pandemic situation. Do you know, Sushil, I have more than 200 students currently studying in Canada, and most of them, I had a very personal communication with them, and they're really happy. They said, sir, every week we are having $500 Canadian from the Canadian government, and in a monthly we are having 2,000 Canadian dollar. So normally, though we don't need to go for our work, but it's still the Canadian government not treating us as an international student. They are treating us as we are their local student, we are their local citizens. So this kind of priority none of the other country are showing. So I believe these are the lot of reasons to consider Canada as of their future study destination. And as of you said that in terms of the land of size is the second largest country after Russia. So they have a very small number of the population. So definitely for those people who really love to settle in Canada, possibility completing their further education, I must say Canada could be the one of the best destination, because whenever the people are thinking for the overseas education, I must say all of my potential students, whenever you're thinking for the overseas education, it's not your basic need. Overseas education, it is your investment. So when you are going for the investment, definitely you will be thinking for the long-term return. So which country give you the long-term return? So what do you mean by the long-term return? Because from where during on your study period, you could work 20 hours per week, not only earning the money, but also you will have some hands-on learning experience. That experience would help them to find out a employability as soon as they graduate. And moreover, the Canadian education is based on hands-on learning, practical, career-oriented. So like our country education is all right, but not that much practical as practical is Canadian. So thank you so much, Sushil, for your good information. But could you please tell me something a little bit more about why is the location of the Saskatchewan Polytechnic? Because there are a lot of students are asking for why is the location, please?
Yeah, sure. So Saskatchewan Polytechnic is in the province of Saskatchewan. So
Yes.
I know most of the students are aware of Ontario and maybe British Columbia, because that's where students usually go because of connections. You have family there, your friends, or you have only heard of Toronto and Vancouver, and that's all. But Saskatchewan is a central province. If you look at the map of Canada, it's in the center of Canada, actually. It's a province in the center. It is a province with a population of 1.1 million, which is 11 lakhs, only 11 lakhs. So, this is a province which actually needs people more than other provinces. And in fact, in the last few years, 2-3 years, we have seen a lot of students and new immigrants moving from Ontario and other provinces coming to Saskatchewan to study or live, because there are more jobs, more opportunities. Saskatchewan, the mainstay of the economy is agriculture and mineral resources. This is the major component of the economy, which then, starts working on to peripheral activities. So there are a lot of other sectors which come up because of that. And in the last few years, there's been a huge growth in IT and infrastructure segment. So a lot of jobs coming up. Then we are the largest public college in the province. So there are only 3 big institutions, public institutions in the province: University of Saskatchewan, University of Regina, and third is us. We have nearly 15,000 students. We have 4 campuses in 4 different cities of Saskatchewan, on 4 different locations, namely Regina, Moose Jaw, Saskatoon, and Prince Albert. Now, going to a campus is usually not an option for a student, because these are program-based. Each campus is in the different city. They are all independent. They are self-sufficient. They have all facilities that a good campus, the good college campus in Canada should have. So most of the programs are campus-based. So if somebody chooses a program, they have to go to, for example, if somebody chooses a business program, they have to go to Moose Jaw, because that's where it is mostly delivered. Very few programs, a few programs of ours are delivered across more than one campus. And in that case, students do have an option in few programs to choose another campus if they want to do so. So that's about us. We are a college. So the name Polytechnic, a lot of people get confused with the name. What does Polytechnic mean?
So
how
does it
so Polytechnic, because in countries like Bangladesh, India, and all these countries, Polytechnic is some very very trades oriented kind of a technical institute only. But in Canada, it means, of course, we have engineering, we have a lot of technical programs, a lot of technical, and we'll come to that later. But the biggest thing about a Polytechnic is that our programs are industry
more hands-on learning and more interactive. I believe.
And any program we have is designed and developed as per the labor market demand. So this demand actually comes from the industry. So industry connects with us. We work very closely with the industry in our province. They tell us, okay, for the next 5 years, we need people with these skills, this knowledge. We design programs around them. An example I'll tell you is, we have just launched a postgraduate program in project management.
Yes.
Because the industry told us,
High
hey, we
demand.
need project management. We need project
Yeah.
managers. There's a huge demand. So we set up. We will not run a program which does not lead to a job.
Right.
So our college is, like you said, applied, hands-on, practical, experiential training. Absolutely. So that we prepare our students for jobs. Our
Yes.
grad placement rate is 94%. So
Yes.
94% of students,
Yes.
once they complete their program, successfully find a job. So that's pretty amazing. I would say that's a very high placement rate. So these are some of the things that make us different. Again, I say here, all public colleges in Canada are pretty much very good quality, all good, high standard. It's not that I will say we are better, somebody's not. It's not like that. It is only certain programs we have. So the opportunities in our province are certainly much better currently than other provinces. So location is usually a choice of a student based on these things. As far as quality of education is, of course, that's excellent at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, and we have a huge range of programs.
Yes. No, thank you so much. So, প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আজকে আপনারা ইতিমধ্যেই জেনে গেলেন যে সাসকাচুয়ান পলিটেকনিকের অবস্থানগত বিষয়গুলো এবং তাদের প্রোগ্রামগুলো, তাদের টোটাল সাসকাচুয়ান প্রভিন্সে টোটাল 3টি ইনস্টিটিউশন রয়েছে, and all of the organization is government funded. সো তার মধ্যে রয়েছে ইউনিভার্সিটি অফ সাসকাচুয়ান, রয়েছে তার ক্যাপিটালের নাম হচ্ছে রেজাইনা, is there University of Regina and the Saskatchewan Polytechnic. So good news is there, we are representing all the 3 institutions. There is a lot of provinces, that 10 provinces, that the 3 territories in total entire Canada. But for every province has got a lot of universities, colleges and institution. But we are not representing every single colleges and institution of the other provinces. But we do represent all the institution, especially based on Saskatchewan. The reason is why. Because those people are thinking for study, work, and settle. These 3 things is very easy, convenient, and supportive, and easy and accessible in the Saskatchewan province. Because Saskatchewan province, as the Mr. Shelley said, there are a small number of population, and in terms of the land size of the province, they need the more skilled people. So they're welcoming the student around the world. তারা সারা পৃথিবী থেকে স্টুডেন্টদেরকে এখানে ওয়েলকাম করাচ্ছে. Moreover, during on your study period, you could work. With that work, you can gain the real life working experience. কেননা আমরা অনেকেই অন্টারিও প্রভিন্সে যাই, অনেকেই ব্রিটিশ কলম্বিয়া প্রভিন্সে যাই, but very unfortunately, Ontario and the British Columbia province is like a lot of international students is there. Lot of competition is there. So now it depends on you. What is your motive? Once your permanent residency is granted anywhere, any provinces in Canada, so you are eligible and you are flexible, you have the right to move one place to another place. You might get the permanent residency from Saskatchewan, you can go for the British Columbia. You might be get the permanent residency in Saskatchewan, you may go for the Ontario. If you think for the Ontario, there is a lot of colleges and we also work for them, but the tuition fees is very expensive in terms of the Ontario, and the accommodation fees, which is very, very expensive. But if you think for the minimum wages is almost similar. So in terms of international student, because I was an international student, so what I have selected, I select the best institution that is affordable for me, from which part I can easily grab my job, from where I can easily set up my permanent residency. Because Ontario is a good place, Vancouver is a good place, all of the places in Canada is really, really good. As the Mr. Shelley said, that all the Canadian government institutions are really, really good because they are more career focused, they are more interconnected with industrial demand. So Saskatchewan Polytechnic only run those courses where there is a lot of employability opportunity. So though we work for the lot of institution, I must say all of our potential students to select the Saskatchewan Polytechnic. So I will request প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আমি আপনাদের সকলকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব, প্লিজ ask as many questions as you want. Mr. Shelley and me, we are here all the way from you guys to give you the right information, right guideline, because you will find on the bottom of our screen, the career doctor. It means that we always love to listen to our student. We always love to care our student. Then we will find out the best solution that suit for you, that suit for your family, that suit for your father and your financial status. So, Mr. Saleh, could you please tell me, because as you said, a lot of information, there are a lot of courses are offered by the Saskatchewan Polytechnic, especially for the both undergraduate and the post-graduation. But could you please tell me that though there is a lot of programs, but what kind of program is very good, convenient, and lucrative, and high demand, especially for our Bangladeshi student, please?
Sure. And so, I'll just start with, we have different schools, like we call them School of Business, School of Health Sciences. So similarly, like departments you have in university. So we have School of Business. In that, I'll quickly tell you, we have both undergraduate and postgraduate programs. I also need to, and of course, you already know, but I just need to remind everyone that colleges usually will do a 2-year program, a diploma at undergraduate. We have a few bachelors, but the reason for doing a 2-year diploma is, I just want to talk about it here because we have a lot of them, is that students in Bangladesh or parents will say, no, we don't want to send our child for a diploma program. So because we compare it to the diploma in our country. So first of all, we have to not think like that, because this is Canada. So we call it a diploma. Any 2-year program in Canada is called a diploma. Whether you do it from a university or a college doesn't matter. It's a 2-year program. That is a diploma. And diploma actually, diploma is name of that paper, that credential that we get. It is not that it's a low kind of a teaching or quality or anything.
No, it's not.
So I just want to make it clear. So diploma, basically any 2-year program is known as a diploma. 1-year program is a certificate. So that's how it is. 3-year program is an advanced diploma. And the 4-year program is a bachelor's degree. So that's how Canada works. So this is just a naming, how we name a thing. But remember, like what we said, 2-year programs are so focused on that particular subject matter, on that sector, on that field, that you are directly employable after those 2 years. However, having said that, a lot of people would like to do a bachelor's later on. 90% of our undergraduate diplomas have transfers, have credit transfers to universities across Canada, not only in Saskatchewan, but across Canada. So that's another opportunity. What it does is, you do 2 years with us, you get a job, you work, you get a PR maybe, and then you go on for your bachelor's. All your credits will be transferred.
You need to pay a very small amount of tuition fees once you go to
your tuition goes down, you get a lot of funds from the government, you get loans, you have access to a lot of things. And you do it in 2 more years, like total will remain 4. You'll not be losing much. So that's another great opportunity at a college. So I just wanted to clarify it. So we have undergraduate business diploma. We have 6 specializations in it. This is after high school. So after grade 12, A levels, grade 12. We have 6 specializations: accountancy, HR, financial services, insurance, marketing, and management.
So it is a wide range of program you are providing. So a student can pick up the best one, and that quite suit for them. So quite flexible.
So first year is kind of common. They choose their specialization in the second year, because first year they get an understanding of what the business is all about, what this is. And then somebody may be good at accounting, someone may not like accounting, how that it is. Someone may want to get into HR. It's their choice then, but they make the choice for second year. Then almost all of these business diplomas transferred to University of Saskatchewan Edward School of Business.
So one of the world-ranked business school and one of the world-class universities.
Especially a couple of these options, they can go directly to 3rd year of the bachelor's degree there, as long as they have certain GPA. Of course, you have to have good grades. So that's important. And that's important even for University of Saskatchewan students who want to go from year 2 to year 3. In Canada, it's very different. It's not that if you get into a bachelor's, you will surely finish it off. No,
it's like a North American degree.
You have to maintain your grades. Yes, you have to have good GPAs. Only then you move to year 3. So that's another opportunity. You can do your bachelor's immediately or later on. So there are a lot of flexibility. We have certain postgraduate programs. So colleges don't have masters. Masters are only at universities, because masters have a research and a and a more theoretical focus. That's the master's. But
Yes.
PG certificates or diplomas are very job oriented again,
Career-oriented,
very
yeah.
employment oriented. So we have 4 PG certificates in business. We have a business accountancy, which
Yes.
prepares a student in the to work in the accounting field in Canada, trains them for that. This is
Yes.
and it actually also works towards their CPA, which is Chartered Professional Accountant. So later on, if they choose to do CPA, quite a
Yes.
few of the subjects they would have studied with us, they will get exemption in their CPA. So they will not
Right.
have to do those. So they directly get exemption. So that's
Right.
another good thing.
Yeah,
Then
because
we have
it's an Indian government institution and they have the same accreditation.
Yes.
So definitely,
Yes.
it is a great placement. Yes.
Yes. So we have PG in business management. We have a PG in supply chain management, which
Wow.
in Saskatchewan is such a great role or a field, because Saskatchewan is in the center.
Yes.
There is agriculture, there's mineral resources. All these have to be moved around, moved across
Yes.
Canada, moved across the world. So
Yes.
lot of jobs in logistics, supply chain,
And
all that.
in this modern world, international trade, we cannot imagine without the logistic and supply chain management.
And Canada is usually
huge
dependent.
demand.
All provinces, provinces are dependent because whatever they produce. See, Canada's own consumption is small because
Yes.
small population, but
Yes.
most of it they export. So there is
Yes.
a lot of, and even within Canada, if you have to move, the agricultural produce or the minerals, so you
Yes.
know how much distances Canada has. So,
Yes.
then we have a PG certificate now in financial services, so that things like investment banking, investment portfolio management, and all these things.
Yes.
These are 4 programs in PG we have in business, and these are very popular. So that's
Yes.
why I spent a lot of time on it, because actually in September all of these are full right now.
Yes.
Business
So I just
accountancy
love
still
to
has
add,
few seats.
I just love to one more things for our student that প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, Saskatchewan Polytechnics, they have very limited seat. You will be surprised their seat fill up within very small amount of time. The reason is why? Because there is a crisis of the seat, because there is a popularity of the course.
Huge demand.
Huge demand. Because আপনারা দেখবেন কানাডাতে অনেক ইনস্টিটিউশন রয়েছে, অনেক ইনস্টিটিউশন অনেক ধরনের প্রোগ্রাম রয়েছে, তারা সারা জীবন ধরে স্টুডেন্ট কিন্তু অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে থাকে। But for the Saskatchewan Polytechnic, they are very limited of seat. I sent few students and they need to wait for the 6 months earlier. So why? Because as the Mr. Shelley said, the Saskatchewan Polytechnic is more career oriented, more career focus. They have a well connections with the industrial placement. So
absolutely.
What does it mean? It means that as soon as you graduate, the employability opportunity is open for you. So some of our students, they got the job before they graduate. So you know what? So you need to be much more smart enough. We work with a lot of Canadian university, lot of Canadian institution and organizations, but we have some practical experience that we get a lot of feedback. And a student is saying, sir, the quality of education that we received from the Saskatchewan Polytechnic, that is amazing. That is tremendous. And good news is that they have only 18 to 20 people per class. Can you imagine? It's very small size of class. So that you come to know your teacher, teacher come to know yourself. So you will have a very smooth, easy, and convenient transition. So you can more concentrate on your teacher, and your teacher can concentrate on you. So I must say, if you really study in the Canada, especially in the Saskatchewan Polytechnic, you never feel sickness of the employability, because they have the 94% people are graduated. As soon as they graduated, they go for the further education or the further employment. So opportunity is there. So প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আমি আপনাদের সকলকে রিকোয়েস্ট করছি যে প্লিজ ask as many questions as you are. So we are accepting a lot of questions here. So we'll be giving all the answers. So I'm requesting to you, please share the video as much as you want, and mention your friends, family members, and well-wishers who love to study in Canada. Because with this pandemic situation, me and Mr. Shelley is working really, really hard from our home to give you the right information, to give you the correct information, to show you the right career path that help you to reach on your destination, that will help you to catch your dream on Canada. You will find in between Saskatchewan Polytechnic and International Admission Service, in between there is a Canada on their hand. It means that we make your dreams come true. And there is a slogan called the Saskatchewan Polytechnic. It says, tomorrow in the making. It means that tomorrow's world, whatever requires, Saskatchewan Polytechnic, they create the employability. They create the right human being for the next generation. Yes, Sushil, sorry, I tell a lot of information.
No, absolutely. And just like you mentioned, I just want to add on to it. Exactly, we have very small class sizes. Largest maybe 30, 35, like in some school of business, but all technical programs, engineering programs, everything, very limited seats. That's why we run out of seats by like March. Some of our programs are already full because like you rightly said, we want a focused attention on students, and also limited seats, less seats, because it's the demand.
Yes,
there is, let's say, only 50 jobs available in a certain area in a year. We will not take 100 students. Actually, we will take only 40 students, so that everyone gets a job. We don't want to we don't want to, because we are a public institution. We are not worried about earning money only. We are not there just to make money. Of course, they want to earn money, but not just money. We want that all students should get a great quality education and then jobs, because it should lead to a job. They should have a job as long as they have done the program successfully and have done it well. We have not found any problem. Then we have, I come to a next program. We have School of Construction. In this, we have a construction management program, a very good 2-year program. The entry requirement is a bachelor's of civil engineering or a bachelor of architecture. A very good program, 2-year program. Doesn't somebody who's done civil?
And tuition fees also very reasonable.
Yeah, very reasonable. It's like around 17,000, 18,000 per year.
Yes.
And in 2 years, actually, you get a bachelor's. We give you a bachelor's degree in 2 years. So you get a Canadian bachelor degree, which is very useful. But it's focused on construction management. Then we have a School of Health Sciences, where we have Health Information Management program, excellent program. We have therapeutic recreation programs, and all of these programs also transfer into universities. Then we have School of Hospitality and Tourism, where we have hotel and restaurant management program, which every college has. Then we have a food and nutrition management, an excellent program, 2-year diploma program, for persons who are looking at becoming nutrition, food service supervisors, not just hotel and restaurant people, but now on the nutrition side. So they will not just be working in the hotel industry, hospitality. They could go into hospitals, healthcare, all those facilities where nutrition and food and nutrition is very important. Then we have recreation and community development program. And we also have a very unique professional cooking 1-year program specialized at people who want to become professional cooks. A lot of people like cooking and they have great skills. Then we have School of Human Services and Community Safety, in which our most sought after and very high demand program, and it was full by March already before the pandemic, is early childhood education.
Yes, it's another popular
program. And luckily it's so that it is delivered in 3 campuses. It's delivered in Saskatoon, Regina, and Prince Albert. So there's a lot of demand in this field. Excellent program. Then we have in IT, in School of Information Communication Technology, we have a Business Information Systems Diploma, a 2-year program. Excellent, a mix of business and IT. Excellent combination. Leads to jobs like business analyst, software developer, things like that. And a few of our programs also have co-op options. Co-ops. It's like a.
We will come into this topic. We'll come into this topic. Why?
Then we have computer systems technology program, a 2-year program. We have graphic communication for those who are creative and want to get into that part. We have library and information technology diploma. We have media production. And then in IT, we have some fantastic postgraduate certificates. We have a PG in cyber security.
Very high demand.
We have a PG in cyber security. We have a PG in software developer. We have a PG in technology management. And now we have started a PG in project management. In fact,
Yes.
The PG in project management, any engineering graduate is also eligible. So mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, civil engineers, of course,
Telecommunication and the electrical engineering,
IT, yeah,
civil.
electrical, communication, all they are eligible for project management PG. An excellent program, like I said, came from the demand from the industry.
Yes.
Then we have a school of mining, energy, and manufacturing. In this,
Wow,
we have
Canada
a
is
full
very,
range
very
of
good for
programs.
the mining.
Yeah.
It's a great
So
place.
we have CAD CAM engineering, we have chemical technology, computer engineering technology, electrical engineering, electronic, just name it. Engineering design and drafting. We have instrumentation engineering, innovative manufacturing.
Yes.
Mechanical engineering, of course. Then we have mining engineering, like you said,
Yes.
very, very popular
High
and very
demand in Canada.
in Saskatchewan, especially
Yeah.
because we have a lot of mining happening. Then we have power engineering. It's a very high demand program,
Yeah.
very limited seats,
Because
and
the
it
world,
fills up very quickly. Yeah, very
Yes.
quickly.
because the world need the more power engineering, because I send a
Yeah.
lot of students for the electric power engineering and renewable energy, because the industry they need those, because a lot of students, they don't a lot of parents, they don't understand that the power engineering and the why it is high in demand, because electricity they have some limitations. So all the industrial people, they don't love to buy the electricity. So what they want to produce the electricity for their industry by their own plan, power plant, so that electric power engineering got the one of the topmost priority study destination in Canada. I send a lot of students there. But thank you so much, Mr. Shelley, to give us such a kind of wonderful information.
Yeah, and then we have bioscience technology, civil engineering, and environmental. So I just wanted to close that. And a few very specialized 1-year certificates for like automotive service technician, those kind of programs as well.
Yes.
So
No, thank you so
that's the
much.
kind of programs. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So I will be telling to one of my students that he is asking like about the which subject are available there. So Mr. কামাল হোসেন, অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ আপনার সুন্দর একটি কমেন্টস করার জন্য, যে আপনি জানতে চেয়েছিলেন যে সাসকাচুয়ান পলিটেকনিক ওরা কি কি ধরনের কোর্সগুলোকে অফার করে থাকে। As Mr. Shelley said, they have the business program, they have the engineering program, they have the social science program, they have the arts, they have the humanities. So lot of courses available, so wide range of programs. So it's a government institution, it's a publicly funded institution, so you don't need to worry at all. The quality of education is ensured by the Canadian government, by the provincial government, so a lot of courses is available. So Mr. Shelley, we just take few more questions, then we'll be come back to you again. All right, so
sure.
Mr. Bidu Paksha, you just wanted to know, without IELTS ki master's admission possible? Mr. Bidu, you are asking the question that we had made already 20 Facebook live session, each and everywhere you always make the question, and thank you so much for engagement with us as we give them the answer in the earlier. Please send your all academic documents, we'll be more than happy to give you the support. Thank you so much. And Miss Firdaus Parvin asking, without IELTS MS admission is possible? I have 12 years work experience, please share me. Thank you ফেরদৌস পারভিন ম্যাডাম, আপনাকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ এত রাত জুড়ে আমাদেরকে শোনার জন্য। আমি আপনাকে একটু রিকোয়েস্ট করছি যে প্লিজ send all of your academic credentials. There is the email address showing on top of our head. It's called assessment@iasbd.co.uk. We have our dedicated team member. We are more than happy to give you the service. So first of all, especially whenever it comes for the post-graduation qualification or post-baccalaureate qualification, we cannot give you the answer yes or no within very small amount of time, because we need to go through your all academic bachelor credentials, your working experience documentation, then we'll be only eligible to give you the information. So অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ ফেরদৌস পারভিন ম্যাডাম আমাদেরকে এতক্ষণ সঙ্গ দেওয়ার জন্য এবং আমাদের কথা শোনার জন্য। সো প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আপনারা জেনে নিলেন যে আজকে আমরা কোন কোন বিষয় নিয়ে কথা বলবো। সো আপনাদেরকে সকলকে আমি একটু রিকোয়েস্ট করবো যে প্লিজ ask question, as many question as you want. Mr. Shelley is here. We'll be more talking about the tuition fees. We'll be more talking about the why the co-op. So to know more information, you need to be being with us. And এবং আপনাদের সকলকে আমি রিকোয়েস্ট করব যে প্লিজ শেয়ার দিস ভিডিও, কেননা আপনার একটি শেয়ারে হয়তো আপনার ওয়ালে থাকা বন্ধু বান্ধব আত্মীয় স্বজন রিলেটিভসরা তারা কিন্তু এই ফেসবুক থেকে they will collect a lot of information. With this pandemic situation, that you are not able to visit our office, and we cannot give you the service during our office time, but still we are quite available on online. So আমি রিকোয়েস্ট করছি আপনাদের সকলকে যে প্লিজ শেয়ার দিস ভিডিও with your friends, family members, and mention this live session who is your friend waiting for the since long while to reach on their destination. Might be they cannot reach their destination, but we are here to give you the service. Thank you so much, Miss. And there is another question is come up. Kazi Shubho, Humber College jete chai. No problem, bhaiya. Amra Humber College সহকারে অনেকগুলো কলেজ নিয়ে কাজ করছি. So you are most welcome to send your documents at our email address, or you can see our contact details on the screen. So you can make us a call once we finish the Facebook live session. অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ আমাদেরকে সঙ্গ দেওয়ার জন্য. And there is a question, Shelly, if you kindly give them an answer. Noyon Khan, he just wanted to know, what is the requirement for get a scholarship in this institution? Could you please tell me a little bit more about this scholarship opportunity, please?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about it. So there are two things. We don't have any entry scholarship as a public institution, as a college, because we are public funded, it's tax money. We don't have scholarships. Entry scholarships are mostly in the universities because their tuitions are high. So they want to subsidize that. Our tuitions are reasonable. We don't have entry scholarships. Having said that, once you are at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, once you are a student, you can apply to quite a few scholarships or bursaries or financial aid that are available. These have been set up by individuals, organizations, or foundations in Canada or Saskatchewan for people who, and they have the first requirement of that scholarship is to be a full-time student at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, irrespective. And most of the times these scholarships are open to any student, whether domestic, any international, doesn't matter. So there are scholarships, these are bursaries, but I also want to let you know one thing, that these are not substantial. These are small because these are help. This is a reward to help you get over, some financial aspect. But there are scholarships once you are a student, and most of them, of course, will be based on your academic performance and certain other criteria based on the scholarship. Some may have you done any kind of volunteer work, or what you have done? Some are specifically for female students, sometimes to encourage them. So there are different kind of scholarships. You can go to our website and have a look at, we have a list of scholarships.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Shelley. So I just love to add a couple of things with the personal note with the Mr. Noyan Khan. There are a scholarship, but all you need to do, we need to see your academic requirements, okay? Because the institution usually have two types of requirement. One is the academic requirements, another one is the language requirement. And they always look after your extracurriculum activities. So I'm humbly requesting you, please send your all the academic credentials, your SSC, your HSC, or your bachelor. If you finished your bachelor, I believe you are a graduate, and definitely you must finish on a bachelor. And if you have any working experience, no problem at all. Please send all of your academic documents on top of our email address. What we can do, we can carefully go through your all academic document, then we can find out the best course, best institution, and best scholarship on the basis of your academic qualification. Thank you so much, Mr. Noyan Khan, for your nice comments and for being with us and support with us. Thank you so much. So there is a question for me, Mr. Ahad Islam. So Mr. Ahad Islam, আপনি জানতে চেয়েছেন, আপনি দুইবার ভিসার জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করেছেন ICM এ, এবং আপনি রিফিউজড হয়েছেন। ফর ইউর কাইন্ড ইনফরমেশন, আপনাদের সকলের অবগতির জন্য জানানো যাচ্ছে যে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কলেজ অফ ম্যানিটোবা ইটস এ প্রাইভেট প্রোভাইডার, ইটস নট এ গভর্নমেন্ট অর্গানাইজেশন, ইটস এ প্রাইভেট প্রোভাইডার, অ্যান্ড দে আর দ্য পাথওয়ে প্রোভাইডার। সো আপনি যখনই কোনো প্রাইভেট প্রোভাইডারের কাছে যখন যাবেন, যখন কোনো পাথওয়েতে যাবেন, তখন আপনার কিন্তু কোনো ওয়ার্কিং রাইটস থাকছে না। আমাদের ফর ইউর কাইন্ড ইনফরমেশন, বাংলাদেশের ম্যাক্সিমাম স্টুডেন্টরা এই বিষয়টা কিন্তু জানেন না। যারা আপনারা পাথওয়ে প্রোভাইডারে যান, যারা আপনারা ফাউন্ডেশন করার জন্য যান, দেয়ার ইজ নো ওয়ার্কিং রাইটস অ্যাজ এন ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্ট। সো আই ডোন্ট নো হোয়াই, Mr. Ahad Islam, why did you apply for the ICM? Because we never encourage ICM, never and ever, okay? Because it's a private organization, number one, and number two, as an international student, once you'll be there, you don't have the working rights. So how do you survive and you are the live example. You applied 2 times. I don't know why, but আমি আপনাকে রিকোয়েস্ট করছি যে প্লিজ সেন্ড ইউর অল একাডেমিক ডকুমেন্টস উইথ আস। আপনাদের সকলের অবগতির জন্য জানানো যাচ্ছে যে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল অ্যাডমিশন সার্ভিস প্রতিনিয়ত এরকম আহাদ ইসলাম সাহেবের মতো অনেক স্টুডেন্টরা আমাদের অফিসে আসেন রিফিউজড হওয়ার পরে। আমরা তাদেরকে জিজ্ঞাসা করি যে হাউ ডিড ইউ রিফিউজড, because we work with a lot of students, but we don't have that much refused. But ICM got a lot of refused because ICM accept the student with the IELTS score 5.0, IELTS score 5.5, IELTS score 6.0, some cases. But remember that we never encourage for the private organization, especially in the Canada. I don't say they are bad, but that is not my field of interest. But we always encourage for the government institution. And remember, once you will be there, you don't have any working rights. So how do you survive? So there are a lot of reasons for the refusal. Always student আমাদের office visit করে and they wanted to know what the reason of the visa refusal. Number one, right selection of your institution. It is very important part. Canada is not like that. You select a institution, you go to offer a place, and you apply, and you get the visa. No. Remember one thing: we are the third world country, so we need to fight for the visa. So to get a visa, you need to be more smart enough. So what is the smart enough? You need to select the right institution, right course, right statement of purpose, and right documentation presentation as per IRCC, Immigration Canada Refugees and Citizenship Bureau Department. So we need to follow all the instruction set up by the IRCC. Then you only be eligible to get a visa. So I'm really sorry, Mr. Ahad Islam. Unfortunately, your visa got refused twice. So আমি আপনাকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব, though you refuse for the twice, never think this is the end of your life. I'm welcoming you. Please come and talk to me personally. You can see my business number on the screen. At the end, you can see now 01711875240. This is my personal number. There are a lot of students coming to us. Once their visa got refused, we held them because we are working for the Canada for long time. There are a lot of students visiting our office every day, about 20 to 30 students. But very unfortunately, we cannot accept every single student. Only we can take 3 to 5 students because we are confident with 3 to 5 students because we know they will get the visa. Remember one thing: if you don't get a visa, so there is no business by us. So if you don't get a visa, our reputation will go down. But we don't want to do this one. Remember, we got more than 1 million active Facebook followers. So this is the highest in the world in terms of as an educational career counselor. So আমি আপনাদের সকলকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব যে প্লিজ অনাকাঙ্ক্ষিত রিফিউজার থেকে নিজেকে সেভ করার জন্য please come and talk to us. See our all the Facebook live sessions. You will come to know that we work for the wide range of institution more closely because we know the insights that which course would be good, which course is the more career oriented, because you need to write it down very good statement of purpose, because the Canadian immigration, they don't take your visa interview, so you need to write it down a very good statement of purpose. So statement of purpose is like a bridge between you and your visa officer, because they will go through your statement of purpose very clearly. They will come to know why is the Canada, why this course, how you'll be benefited with this course, how you will be contributing knowledge both in Canada, both in Bangladesh. So this is very important, Mr. Ahad. I'm feeling so sad, so don't be upset. Still, you are most welcome to come and talk to us, and we are ready to give you the service. Mr. Shelley, I'm really sorry I take long time because you know the once the student.
I understand. I understand.
So bad.
And I just want to add and tell these students that getting a visa rejection, like you rightly said, is not the end of the world. It is most of the time it is because of not a proper fit of courses or programs that you have chosen, or the institution, and generally that's it. And like you rightly said, ICM is a specific institute. It's a pathway program specifically meant for the University of Manitoba only. So the another challenge with that is if you don't want to study in University of Manitoba to transfer, it's very difficult to transfer those credits elsewhere. So you're stuck with that university or that program. Anyways, that's a different issue, but I'm sure you will be able to help him with his further, choice of a program.
Okay. So if I come back to Mr. Kelly, because we give them a lot of information, but for at this point of view, I love to talk with, like, could you please tell me a little bit more about the why, what is the IELTS requirement for the Saskatchewan Polytechnic, please, for both undergraduate diploma, advanced diploma, and post-graduation certificate or post-grad diploma, please? Because there are a lot of students are asking me the question. So আমি আপনাদের সকল please ask as many questions as you want. So me and Mr. Shelley will give you the best, transparent, accurate, and our knowledgeable information that could help you to reach on your destination. Thank you very much, Mr. Shelley.
Yeah. So IELTS requirement for Saskatchewan Polytechnic across undergraduate and postgraduate programs, most of the programs, is an overall of 6.5. Overall of 6.5 with no band less than 5. So if you have a band with 5.5 or even 5, we will accept it. Now,
yes,
the 5, it may be a challenge for visa, but of course, then at least you have time to prepare or improve that. But for us, giving an offer letter, accepting you into the program, and starting that process, a 6.5 overall is good enough. So that's what is our requirement. Currently, we know IELTS is not happening because the pandemic is not happening. So we are also accepting Duolingo test. Duolingo is an online test that is students can do from home, as you know very well. And the overall score we are asking for is 105 overall, and they can come to our programs. Few programs have very specific requirements, like health information management. They have a requirement of IELTS of 7 overall. So few programs like that may have some very specific IELTS requirement, but generally it's 6.5 with no band less than 5. Even 2 bands could be 5.5. We'll accept. So it's a good way. We are not very strict with that. We also don't have any issues with gaps. Means you've done your bachelor's 10 years ago, 12 years ago. A few colleges I know will not accept. We will accept. We don't have any issues.
But because it's a institution.
But like you said, they will have to write a
statement of purpose.
Letter. Yes, a statement of purpose from visa explaining why this program, how it is. So that is okay. And we have seen students coming with that kind of experience to us. So that's not a problem.
Okay, so Mr. Shelley, I believe that this is a very good question for you. The student, Mr. Kamal Hussain, he said he has completed his Bachelor of Business Administration major in marketing in the year of 2006 from a reputed public university. From then, he's doing a job in a reputed bank till date. So he's currently doing a job in a bank. Now, he wants to take an admission for the PGD, post-graduation diploma in management, for becoming a branch manager at his bank after returning in Bangladesh. Is it possible for him? So, Mr. Shelley, you could be the best person to give them the answer, I believe.
Yeah, of course, we will accept. Like I said, we have a postgraduate program in business management. We have in financial services as well, which might be very suitable for someone with a banking background. And I recommend that. Yeah. So what I recommend is he should contact you, International Admission Service, for more details on the programs. But yes, we have no issues. As long as you have a bachelor's degree, as long as you have the IELTS, you will get admission. You'll get an offer from us.
So I just love
not a problem.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Shelley. I just love to one more things for the Mr. Kamal Hussain. Thank you so much for your good working experience, because we work with a lot of candidates. They have a wide range of working experience, and Canadian immigration officer and the Canadian government, they always give them the more priority for the skilled people, because he got a very good academic records for the working experience in a very good university, very good bank. So I believe that there's a lot of options to you. So Mr. Kamal Hussain, please send your all academic documents with our email address, along with your complete CV, with your working history. So that's make our life more easy to find out the right course, right pathway. Because studying overseas, it's not like that you think for today and you apply for tomorrow. It's like a well planned. Because remember one thing, planning is a trap to capture the future, so that what you will be doing in future, you need to plan for today. I believe this pandemic situation, you are spending your more valuable, more productive time with your family, with your father, with your mother. So what you can do, you can talk to them, you can discuss with them that what could be the best option for you near future. So what could be done? So I believe this is the best time ever that to make a good planning with the help of your friends, family members, your parents, and others. So, Mr. Kamal Hussain, thank you so much for your nice question. So there is a question is come for me again, Firdaus of Parveen. Madam, aapni bolechen, I have completed MS doing the work experience 12 years as a job. Very good. Now you want to do for the MS. Excellent. And you don't have the IELTS at this moment. Without IELTS, it is possible to go for a master's. Please share me. So, Firdaus Parveen, madam, আমি আপনাকে রিকোয়েস্ট করছি, অলরেডি ইতিমধ্যেই করেছি, বাট আবার যদি আপনি কমেন্টস করেছেন, please send all of your academic documents at our email address, and we are more than happy to give you the more accurate information, more transparent information. And thank you so much. So, Mr. Shelley, if I come back to you, could you please tell me why co-op is very important? Because most of our Bangladeshi students, they are not that much well aware of the co-op program. So why co-op is very important? How does it work? And how does it interact with the employer and the career focused? Could you please tell me a little bit more about the co-op?
Yeah, sure. So a few of our undergraduate diploma programs have co-ops, work terms. So co-ops are they're like employment. They are like an internship, kind of internship, but very different from internship. They are paid. So,
yes.
And you go through a process which is like a process when you apply for a job. It's just like applying for a job. And
yes.
The college helps you, we prepare you, we do everything to help you get a co-op. So co-op happens like this. What I call it is, it's like sandwiched in between terms. So students, let's say in Canada, 1 semester is 4 months, as you all know. So
yes.
1 year of 2 semesters means 8 months. So students will start in September, for example. Till
yes.
April, they will do their 1 year of academic studies. Then May
yes.
to August, they will go for work term,
yes.
co-op, as we call it. Co-op is the
yes.
short for cooperative education.
Right.
Why cooperative? It's a cooperation between institution and industry. So
right.
That's the word. Co-op is a short form of cooperative education, which means
right.
the cooperation between industry and education. So
right.
when they go to the industry, they get the practical experience, what they've
yes.
studied in the classroom, they're able to apply and learn and see, is it different, how it has to be done. And when they come back
yes.
to the classroom, then they can apply that practical knowledge in the classroom now yes. and understand the subjects much better. And then yes. They will come back for 1 semester, then they will go back again for another co-op, and then come back
yes.
and finish in 2 more semesters. So program to program, it depends how yes. the co-ops happen, but that's generally the way. The co-op programs are usually longer, more than 2 years. But then remember, yes. if they are like one co-op, a business co-op program is 3 years total yes. program. But out of that, 1 year is work experience.
Yes.
3 co-ops of 4 months you will do. Yes. So you will have 1 year of work experience by the time you graduate. So that's yes. why you get picked up like this. So the jobs yes. come like that because you already have work experience. So co-ops yes. are very useful. And we have co-ops in those programs where we feel it is necessary. That's it. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much. So I'm just translating this message to our students and the guardian and the parents. The co-op is like Canadian education is like more on hands-on learning. It's like that whatever you will be taught at your institution, you will have a chance, you will have an opportunity to practice on those knowledge to the industrial placement area. And what you will do after the placement area, you will come back to your university, your institution, and you will be talking with your more professors, more in details. So they will give you share their ideas, knowledge, and think, So whenever you go for the co-op, that means that you will have a lot of opportunity to get some hands-on learning experience. So co-op, it doesn't means like that you only earning the money, but also it's all about the networking. That as soon as you graduated, before you graduated, who is the best employer, who are the people, the industry. So as soon as you graduate, you can send your resume, you can send your curriculum vitae, you can send your CV, and they will definitely give you the more opportunities. Like they will, if they say that, okay, you have done the co-op at my organizations, okay, come and join with us. So I have a lot of students that we send it over, and that they have selected the co-op programs, and they are having a very good time, and they got the job within the couple of months once they finish their bachelor's or master's. So I must request to all of our students, please select those programs are integrated with the co-op options. So it's not only the earning money, as I said in earlier, but also it's more about the networking. So you come to know your employer, you can making friends with the others, because the studying and abroad is not only education, but also it's learning their cultures, learning the ideas, sharing your thoughts, and making friends. So it's a combination of a lifestyle. So I must request to all of our students, select those programs are included with the co-op. Thank you so much. So Mr. Shelley, if I ask you a little bit more about the tuition fees, how is the range for the tuition fees, please? And how does it work?
Yeah, so our tuition fees ranges from 14,000 to 18,000 Canadian dollars per year.
Okay.
So, yeah, so very reasonable. And then you have some other fees like student service fees, facility fees, things like that. So at the tops, it ranges from 15 to 19,000, including all those things. Then cost of living is separate. But of course, like you mentioned earlier, cost of living in Saskatchewan is much, much lower than
it's
Ontario.
very affordable.
Very affordable. Yeah. And after, the kind of living you will do in Ontario, you will do much, much better living in Saskatchewan within that money. You can actually, if you are going to spend, let's say, $1,500 in Ontario, in Saskatchewan, you will have an apartment of your own for that.
Right.
Half of that, $800, you can get a one-bedroom apartment. In $800 in Ontario, you may do a sharing of one room. So it's that much of difference. And so that's another advantage we have. Of course, the tuitions are like that. Then books is extra, of course. So we are reasonably, I would say, like most of the public colleges. Saskatchewan Polytechnic also is pretty low priced, especially as I told you,
other provinces,
Yeah.
And there is a question.
Universities, of course.
University. Thank you. So there is a question. One of our students wanted to know, Mr. Rakibul Islam, can he study masters in pharmacy, please, in Canada?
Yeah. So like I mentioned, at our college, at any college, you don't have masters. To study masters, you have to go to a university. So I'm sure, your company can help Rakibul with his master's choice. And that's a question that you can deal with him separately. Colleges, no college in Canada will have a master's program. Please remember that. We have postgraduate programs, and also check. He can send his documents to you. You can check if any of our program is suitable for him. Then of course
we will find out the best suitable things for him.
Sure.
Mr. Rakibul Islam, thank you so much for your excellent question. So what would be my request? Please, because those students are watching us at this moment and are willingly happy to join for the master's program, please send your all academic documents like your class 10 certificate, class 10 transcript, class 12 certificate, class 12 transcript. And definitely, if you are really willingly happy to go for the postgraduate diploma, post-bachelor diploma, or post-graduation certificate program, please send your bachelor degree, right? And send your academic qualifications along with your resume with that in details. If you have any working experience, don't forget to mention on your resume, because if you love to go for the any master's program, working experience will add the value to get the admission done by the institution. And thank you so much. So there are few questions we are taking, then we'll be coming for the others. So there is a question come for me that Ahmed Shakir Tanim, any chance to get admission without IELTS? Mr. Shakir, thank you so much for your good question, but you never mentioned that what was your last academic qualification. My request would be like, please, all the viewers, mention your all academic information. What was your last academic qualification? What was your CGPA? what was your working experience. Without that, we are really, really sorry that we cannot give you the information. If we give them the information, that could be not appropriate for you. So, Mr. Ahmed Shakir Tanim, অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ for a nice question, but my request would be, please give us the all academic information, and we are more than happy to give you the information. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Shelley, if I come back to you, could you please tell me, because a lot of students is asking for us, they are waiting for the 1 month, 2 months for the offer of place. But could you please tell me that how long it will take some time to issue a letter of acceptance from University of Saskatchewan, Institution of Saskatchewan, please?
So at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, we take nearly 3 weeks, 15 days,
Okay.
working days is our upper limit.
Okay.
We usually do much faster than that, as long as all documents are in place.
Okay.
So 3 weeks is the upper limit, and we are currently accepting applications for some programs which are open in September, and some programs which are in January next year. So we are already accepting for next January.
Yes,
So,
because as we discussed earlier,
So
as we discussed earlier, the seat is really very soon.
Yeah, so I would request students to quickly contact you, Mashur, and your company to find out what programs are in January, and if they are eligible for some of those, they should apply as early as possible, because as we discussed earlier, our seats fill up very quickly. And so we are already accepting for, we are already accepting. We don't have any May intake. May intake. In September, we have all programs open. In January, we have few programs, not all, few PGs and few undergraduates. That's it.
Yes. Most of the Canadian university, they have the major intake in the January and the September, because only very few institutions, they are offering for the summer intake, because the summer they go for their work, So most of the institutions, they are not running the summer program. So I'll be coming back for few more things to Mr. Shelley. We'll be talking about like what kind of support that you are giving once the student will be arriving on there in Saskatchewan. And another would be like what is the internship student working rights, and what could be the minimum wages, what could be the option they can earn during their study period. But before we moving there are a few questions. I will pull up some questions, then I will come back to you. এবং প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আপনারা কিন্তু আজকে এই সাসকাচুয়ান পলিটেকনিক থেকে সম্পর্কে আজকে অনেক ইনফরমেশন কিন্তু জেনে নিলেন, যে ওদের কি কি প্রোগ্রাম রয়েছে, কি কি ধরনের সুযোগ সুবিধা রয়েছে, ওদের টিউশন ফিস কেমন রয়েছে, ওদের স্কলারশিপ অপরচুনিটিস কেমন রয়েছে, কেন আমরা সাসকাচুয়ান পলিটেকনিককে আমরা সিলেক্ট করব, কেন কোঅপারেটিভ প্রোগ্রামগুলোকে আমরা সিলেক্ট করব, এবং এগুলো আমাদের ক্যারিয়ারের জন্য কতটুকু গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভূমিকা পালন করে থাকে। সো আমি আপনাদের সকলকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব যে যারা লেটে জয়েন করেছেন আমাদের এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনকে, সবাইকে আবারও অভিনন্দন জানাচ্ছি এবং আবারও শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি, এবং রিকোয়েস্ট করছি যে প্লিজ আপনারা সকলে যেন আনন্দিত হবেন যে এই ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটি এটা সম্পূর্ণ একটি ইনফরমেশন বেসড ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশন। সো এখান থেকে স্টুডেন্টরা অনেক ধরনের ইনফরমেশন পেয়ে থাকে। সো আপনার এক একটি শেয়ার হয়তো বা আপনার ফেসবুক লিস্টে থাকা বন্ধু বান্ধবরা কিন্তু এখান থেকে অনেক ইনফরমেশন কিন্তু জানতে পারবে। সো আমার রিকোয়েস্ট থাকবে যে প্লিজ শেয়ার দ্য ভিডিও as much as you can, and mention on your friends who is trying to studying and abroad for the long while, but might be very unfortunately they couldn't reach their destination. But we people are here to give a lot of support. So there is a question come up from Mr. Nur Uddin. I want to apply for electrical and electronic engineering. Is it available? So Mr. Shelley, could you please give them the answer, please?
Yeah, just that we have a seat capacity report. I just have to look at the seat availability. Yes. Based on your qualifications, which electrical engineering,
they have the power engineering.
We have seats. So
yes.
So currently we have seats in electrical and electronics, but these are on a dynamic basis. We don't have deadlines, so our application process is first come first serve. So people are applying every day. If they meet the entry requirement, we give them an offer letter. The moment all our seats get full, we close it down. So there is no deadline. So we encourage students to apply as early as possible in case they are meeting the eligibility requirements. So please contact International Admission Service to determine your eligibility. Share your academic documents, your high school everything, and if you have IELTS or not, and all those things, talk to them. They will let you know about eligibility. Yes, it is available for now. As of it is open.
Yes, thank you so much. So, Mr. Nuruddin, আপনি ইতিমধ্যে জেনে গেলেন যে আপনি যদি ইলেকট্রিক্যাল এন্ড ইলেকট্রনিক ইঞ্জিনিয়ার যদি পড়াশোনা করতে যান, I must say Saskatchewan Polytechnic could be the one of the best destination ever for your life. So, প্লিজ আপনি আপনার অল একাডেমিক ডকুমেন্টস গুলোকে আমাদের স্ক্রিনে দেখানো ইমেল অ্যাড্রেসটা রয়েছে, আপনি চাইলে একটি স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে আপনার কাছে রেখে যেতে পারেন, এন্ড পরবর্তীতে আপনি আপনার ডকুমেন্টগুলো আমাদেরকে ইমেল করে দিতে পারেন। সো we are here to give you all kind of support. So thank you so much, Mr. Nuruddin, for your kind information. So there is a question is asking by the Naeem Ahmed. Hello sir, hello. I have a question, how much it cost to study in Canada? Naeem, অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ for your question, for your kind information. Naeem, kindly আপনি জানাবেন যে cost is depends on the institution to institution, course to course, undergraduate to diploma, diploma to master's. So kindly inform me, Naeem, what was your last academic qualification? So on the basis of the qualification, we can give you the accurate information. So Mr. Naeem Ahmed, অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ আপনার সুন্দর একটি প্রশ্ন আমাদেরকে উপস্থাপন করার জন্য। Thank you so much. So এখানে আমাদের কাছে রাকিব ইসলাম জানতে চেয়েছেন post graduation in diploma in HRM in Canada without IELTS. ওকে, আমি আপনাকে রিকোয়েস্ট করবো রাকিব ইসলাম, প্লিজ, যেহেতু এটা মাস্টার্স রিলেটেড কোর্স, আমি আপনাকে একটু রিকোয়েস্ট করবো যে প্লিজ সেন্ড ইউর অল একাডেমিক ডকুমেন্টস উইথ আওয়ার ইমেল অ্যাড্রেস। উই নিড টু হ্যাভ এ লুক এট ইট অ্যান্ড উই ক্যান লেট ইউ নো। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। সো there is a question is come up from Farhad Bipul. The travel history is important for a student visa. Thank you, Mr. Farhad, for your nice question. Just to let you know that a travel history is not mandatory. It's not that much important, but the Canadian government, the case officer, they think if you are financially sound and solvent enough, so definitely you might travel on some of the nearest country. It could be in India, it could be in Nepal, it could be in Malaysia, it could be in Singapore, or in any other destination. But it is important, it's at the value on your profile, but it is not the mandatory. We did a lot of study permit visa. Those students never been to our neighbor country, India, or in Nepal, or in Malaysia even sometime, some of our students applying from Sylhet, they never come to Dhaka. So they never come to the city, you know. What they have done, they send the document to us, we select the right course, right institution, and we help them and we guide them how much money they need to show as a financial budget, and we tell them how to write down a right, accurate, and presentable, sustainable, logical statement of purpose. Because if we can represent the right course, right institution, right offer of place, right statement of purpose, that's more than enough to achieve the visa from the Canadian High Commission, because we had a huge experience. As of people, we are working with a long time. So I mean, request kuchi, so don't get panic about the traveling history. So please come and talk to us. We are more than happy to support you. Mr. Farhad Bipul, I believe my answer could help you to make your life more easy and convenient. So there is a question is come up. Raizanul Islam, SSC 2001 from the business studies, and HSC 3.313 out of 5. All right, and the HSC was 2004, and I believe যে আপনারা সম্ভবত প্রথম সিজিপি এর স্ট্যাটাসে হয়তো আপনারা মেট্রিক পাস করেছেন, I believe, and the bachelor and the business studies, sorry, BBS 2.60, okay, and pass course 2008, bachelor of business studies from National University, Gulf City College, and the University of Chittagong, obtaining second division, MBA 2013, HRM, CGPA 3.50, okay, 4 years experience plus 5 years in RMG, ready-made garments field, okay, IELTS studying, interested for the ACCA, wanted to know about the opportunity of scholarship as well as the visa success. Thank you so much, Mr. Islam. You had a very good profile, I must say. You have a very good working experience. You could select the ACCA, and definitely we work for the institution. But আজকে আমাদের ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশনটা সাসকাচুয়ান পলিটেকনিকে, তো আমরা ওই ইনস্টিটিউশন নিয়ে এখানে আমরা কথা বলার জন্য খুব একটা কমফর্ট ফিল করছি না, and it doesn't look good also, right? Because today we all talk about the Saskatchewan Polytechnic, but we also work for the some other colleges, institutions. They are having a course ACCA, because that is the professional course. So please contact us after finishing this Facebook live session or in tomorrow afternoon. So we are more than happy to give you the support. There are a lot of opportunities for you, sir, because you had a good working experience. So please send all of your academic credentials to our email address, assessment@iasbd.co.uk. So, Mr. Shelley, if I come back to you, as I said in the earlier, because Canada is a new country, is a new cultures and the new ideas, like what kind of support that you are giving when a student arrived at Saskatchewan? What kind of support that you are giving them, please, on the very beginning?
Yeah, I just want to make a couple of things. Saskatchewan Polytechnic, like many of the colleges in Canada, doesn't have a on-campus accommodation. We don't have residences, hostels, and accommodation, but we do help students with finding accommodations. One way of staying in Canada for a student is through homestay. And there is Canadian Homestay Network, which is a very good agency which helps you to find good homestays. Homestay is like a PG accommodation. You know, you stay with a family, you have your own private room, you have internet is part of things, so meals are part of
like
it.
Paying
And
guest, you know?
Yeah, like a paying guest. It's a very good arrangement because
homestay, we can
it helps you to get into a culture of Canada. You're living with a Canadian family. You can improve your language abilities. You can get to the place. You can become familiar. So, in fact, that helps you settle down much more quickly. It is a little expensive than other options, but sometimes, you know, you're going to a new place, new country, you don't know people. So it's always better to be in that kind. You may feel lonely, you may feel homesick, so at least you are with a family. I know a lot of students from Bangladesh may have concerns about food, you know, because there's some religious restrictions. That's not a problem. Homestay network company can match you to families or accommodations where those restrictions will not be having any problem. We have a lot of Canadian families now who become vegetarians actually. So a lot of vegetarianism spreading in Canada. And so there are people where you can. But another option is you can look for a sharing accommodation with other students.
That's
people like
very
that.
reasonable.
Yes, and your company Mashur can help them. You already have sent a lot of students from Bangladesh. There, boys, girls, all. So you can connect them. You can ask help. And I know people, international students who are there, usually help their counterparts back home. Because a lot of students are completing, they're leaving, they're finding jobs. So there is an accommodation coming up. So that's another way of doing it. As for our support, once a student arrives, he's on the campus. There is all kind of, we do what we call an orientation, where we take them through the entire campus, the city. We show them where they can make their shopping, purchases, all those things that are necessary for someone who's arriving new. And then they meet with all the key people with whom they will be interacting for future. We have service advisors who will advise them about their timetable, their schedule. They have any difficulty, any problem, they need any support. We have English labs, we have maths labs, where people, if they need some support with their English, they can further get that help. They need some support with maths, they can get that help. There is peer tutoring. So that means another student, maybe a senior student or their own batchmate, can help them with their studies. So those are the kind of, we give counseling services. Students initially when they come, they may be feeling homesick. There are some issues
which is
around
very
that.
important, which is very, very important.
So then we have a student society, which is a very, very dynamic, very engaged kind of organization, which is selected by students. So the student services fees that is charged when students goes to the student society, who will do a lot of events, a lot of activities to keep them engaged. A lot of events, a lot of functions. There are a lot of clubs that you can become members of according to your choice. Maybe a book club, maybe an outdoor club, maybe a cycling club. It's all up to you. So a lot of those things we encourage. And of course, our advisors, the counselors are available always for any issue related to academics, even personal, anything. So there's a lot of those support available. And as you already said in the beginning, Canadians are very helpful people, very polite people, very genuinely caring people. So people in the neighborhood, in the shopping area. They're very helpful. You ask them questions, they will help you, they will show you around,
Yeah.
do all this.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. So I'll be coming for the working rights and the payments a little bit later on. So I have few questions, then I'll come back to you, Mr. Shelley. So there is a question coming from the Mr. Ratul Al Rahi. Oh, what we have to submit for working experience? Do they need any document? Well, দেখুন আপনার যদি working experience যদি থেকে থাকে, obviously it's always a good idea to submit all of your working experience later, because working experience later আপনার কাছে যদি submit যদি করে থাকেন, that could help you to understand the authentication of your working experience. But if you don't have the letter, it should be fine. But still, আমরা আপনাকে request করছি যে please send all of your document, and we are more than happy to support you. And thank you so much for watching us from the different part of the country. So প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আপনারা কিন্তু এখান থেকে অনেক গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ইনফরমেশন কিন্তু জেনে নিতে পারলেন যে আমরা কিভাবে কাজ করি and how does it work. And International Admission Service, we all are here to give you the support. And thank you so much, Mr. Ratul. There is a question asked by the Sammi Shahid Firdaus. I believe আপনি হয়তো বা আমাদের অফিসে ভিজিট করেছেন বা আমার সাথে হয়তো বা কথা বলেছেন. You have a very good qualification. So Saskatchewan Polytechnic, they have a course called ECE, Early Childcare Education. As of you have a working experience, you are currently working in an English medium school. So there are a lot of options for your career. So I'll be requesting you, please, sister, send your all the academic documents at our email address. Make us a phone call, and we are more than happy to give you the support. Thank you so much for your kind information. And there is a question also coming from the Kamal Hussain, as we give them a lot of information. My medium of instruction at the BBA was in English, and my official correspondence is in English, but I did not sit for the IELTS. And now, in this pandemic situation, it is not to do it. Will I get any exemption for that by considering my previous record? Please inform me. Thank you so much, Mr. Kamal Hussain, just for your kind information. See, you have done on your bachelor quite long back. So if some of the universities, some of the institutions, some of the organizations, they accept the medium of instruction, but only for the 2 years. How does it work? Like you finish on a bachelor in the year of 2018. So this is the 2020, because IELTS, they had a validation for the 2 years, but you being graduated for the long back. So still, I'm requesting you, please send you all the academic documents. So we are more than happy to serve you. And on the other hand, that you raise a one point that with this pandemic situation, you don't have options to sit down for the IELTS. But for your kind information, there is a Duolingo test, there is a IELTS indicator test that you can appear during on while you will be staying at home. But remember, so if you're planning to study in the Canada, the dream and the planning is never come to your head within very small amount of time. So Canadian immigration officers, they're very smart enough. They'll think about it. Oh, well, you have last 10 years, 20 years working experience. You're too busy with your study. Why not you did sit down for your IELTS test only for the 4 hours? So my request will be, please sit down for your IELTS test and come back to us, because we don't want that you applied and your visa got refused. Because if you got the visa got refused, you will be frustrated and our reputation will be going down. But we don't want to do this one. So thank you so much, my dear student, এতক্ষণ আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকার জন্য. So, Mr. Shelley, we are very close to finish our Facebook live session. But before we move, could you please tell me a little bit more about what is the working rights as an international student, and how much is the job opportunities is available if we think about for the Saskatchewan area, please?
So Saskatchewan, like I said, there are a lot of job and opportunities available because of a strong economy and because of the shortage of people, because of the low population, aging workforce. So there are the government is encouraging more and more people. So Saskatchewan actually has among the best immigration nominee programs, the provincial nominee programs known as SINP. Saskatchewan
that could help them to settle there. Yes,
it is one of the best immigration nominee programs of a province, which is I would say has a really good student can actually become a permanent resident in Saskatchewan very quickly. We have had a few students. We don't say that's too much.
Within very small amount of time, in fact.
Yes. So I think today in Canada, if you want a permanent residency through your study route, Saskatchewan is a very good option because of the benefits and the advantages that Saskatchewan government gives to these students to retain them, to
Government.
attract them. The government wants them not to leave Saskatchewan. They need the people. They said, okay, you've come, you've studied, you learned new good skills. Now work for us because we need you. So that's, I think, amazing. The work rights, of course, are similar across Canada. So, they range from 1 to 3 years. So if you do a 1-year program, you get a postgraduate work permit for up to 1 year. But if you do more than 1 year, you do 2 years. So although our PG certificates on 1 year, you can do 2 of them. You can do 1+1. We have also created some bundled option. We give you a bundled offer for two programs. So business management, supply chain management, we'll give a combined offer. Technology management, software developer. So things like that. In spite of that, students in the past they took one program, then they took another, and they got extension of visa, and everything happens. That's easy, as you know. And you can continue to help them once they are there with that second program choice also. So those are the advantages we have right now. I would like to, maybe, I know that might be a question you have. Would you like me to do that now or later on talk about this COVID pandemic? What, people, I think, have a lot of questions. What's going to happen in September and what is that? So
we'll come back to you. But before that, I just love to know what is the working rights, what is the opportunity, and what is the minimum wages, and the by working during their study period, does that help them to manage their accommodation?
Yeah, of course. So working, so 20 hours per week is available for every student while they are a full-time student. And in the break period, so like students may have a break from May to August, they can work full-time, 40 hours per hour. They can work full-time anywhere in Saskatchewan or anywhere in Canada. But there'll be enough jobs in summer for them in Saskatchewan itself. So of course, yes, work rights are there, and we help students with final placements. We help them, being the only public institution, college in the province, the largest public college in the province. We work with employers. So we help students. So we do job fairs, we do career fairs, we do a lot of activities on our campus. We invite the employers to come meet the students. We have a lot of networking events where students get an opportunity to meet employers. So we do everything so that our students have an opportunity to apply to jobs, to go for job interviews, everything. Of course, there are no guarantees because eventually the job will be given on that student's performance, how good he is, how good he or she comes across in an interview. So, of course, if they have done their program well, but there are opportunities.
The 94% track record of successfully
So
employability. So that's a great another option.
Our experience is that international students actually do very well because they work very hard. They know they have invested so much money, especially coming from countries like India. So they do their program. So that's what I tell students. If you do your program well, you're focused, you do academically well, you learn from your professors, you make connections, you do the networking, you will get a job. You will have no problem. So just do the right things. That's all.
Yes. No, I do agree with you. But thank you so much, Mr. Shelley, for your kind help. But if I come back to you, could you please tell me that what would be your responsibility for during this pandemic situation, COVID-19? So what you are planning? Are you planning to operating 2020 September intake online or on place? What is your planning for the upcoming intake, please?
Well, Bashir, the students who are watching this, it's a very sad situation across the world, very unusual and very distressful situation that we are all going through, which we hope gets resolved soon and everyone is able to come out of it, all of us. This is, our prayer that we are all able to come out of it. Having said that, we are making preparations. I believe all colleges are making preparations. One thing is clear, this is not going to be a normal year. This is not going to be a normal intake. That much, I think all of us are agreed. It's not going to be a normal year anywhere in the world, for that matter. So we are making preparations. We have a lot of teams, lot of people working on plans for September. How will it happen? A lot of it will see. There are two parts to it. One is there will be government restrictions. There will be government guidelines about social distancing, about how many people can come together. So maybe we will have to naturally follow that. About online courses, yes, certain programs, certain courses can be done online. Some cannot be done online. Engineering programs where you need to get into labs, cannot do online. So, and also I want to tell students, see, September will start. There will be classes. Everything will start because only 10 to 15% of our students are international. The rest are all from Saskatchewan.
Local,
so we cannot stop for them. We have to continue. We will have to open the classes, run the courses, do everything for them. Now, what is likely going to happen is what we call a blended learning. So there will be some classroom and some online. Now, for international students, just 2 days back, Immigration Canada came out with new guidelines that students coming or starting in September, if they start their courses online from their home country, it will not impact the postgraduate work permit rights. So Government of Canada has very, very clearly mentioned that it will not impact that you have not come to Canada, but you did an online course because of this situation. So September to December, all the studies that you do, if you do it online, sitting in Bangladesh, if you're forced to do that, then it will not impact your postgraduate work permit. So you will still get the same postgraduate work permit, 1, 2, 3 years, whatever that you would have got. So eventually you'll transfer. Eventually you'll go there, maybe in January or whatever. So there is also a possibility that government may allow international students to come, but then there could be a restriction. They may have to go into quarantine. We don't know. What I am thinking, what we are saying right now is by July, situation will be much clearer. But that should not stop a student to continue to apply and continue the process. Because even for online, only those students who have a visa will be doing that. Those who do not have a visa cannot start online courses. So you should continue your process just like you would in a normal way. Please remember, we are all public colleges, public institutions. We are not here to grab your money and just not think about you.
No, it's all about the Canadian government.
We will give you all options. One option could be that you defer it to the next intake, maybe January, if it is available in January, or you study online. There could be more options. I don't know now. Our team is working on it. By July, we will have these options in place because they will all depend on Canada guidelines also. So it's not just us. What about travel? Will flights resume? What will happen? We don't know how much time visa will take because biometrics has to be done, medical tests have to be done. When will that open up? So we don't know. So it's all a little bit of evolving right now. But one thing is for sure, it will not be a normal intake. So everyone has to be prepared for that maybe I'll start online and then maybe by November I'll travel to Canada. Maybe in 2 months I'll travel. Maybe I'll travel in January. I don't know. But July end, I think we'll have a gap. And of course, all colleges are talking to each other also. They will come up with we will come with the united kind of a solution, which is across Canada.
Thank you very much. So প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ যারা আমাদের সাথে এতক্ষণ ছিলেন। আপনারা আজকে অনেক কিছু জেনে নিতে পেলেন। মিস্টার শেলি give us a lot of tremendous meaningful information. With that information you can take have a look at it and you can take the right decision for your future career plan. So আপনারা সকলেই জেনে অবগত হবেন যে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল অ্যাডমিশন সার্ভিস কানাডার সহকারে পৃথিবীর বিভিন্ন কান্ট্রির টপ র্যাঙ্কড ওয়ার্ল্ড ক্লাস লিডিং ইউনিভার্সিটি কলেজ এন্ড ইনস্টিটিউশন নিয়ে আমরা কিন্তু কাজ করছি। সো আপনারা প্রতিনিয়ত আমাদের ফেসবুককে যদি একটু অবজার্ভ করে থাকেন, আমি আপনাদের সকলকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব যে প্রতিদিন আমরা কোনো না কোনো ইনস্টিটিউশন নিয়ে ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশন করার চেষ্টা করেছি টু make sure the student get the right information, right service from our end. So আগামী কালকে আমাদের ফেসবুক লাইভ সেশন রয়েছে। আমি আপনাদের সকলকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব যে প্লিজ keep watching us on our Facebook live session and visit our website বিকজ আমাদের দেশের স্টুডেন্টরা সবসময় মনে করে যে কোথায় আমি একটা ফোন কল দিলেই তো হয়তো ওই ইনফরমেশনটা জেনে নিতে পারি। অবশ্যই নাথিং রং উইথ দিস, বাট স্টিল we have a very good and dynamic and most up-to-date website is there. So please go through our website and make a registration there and ask as many question as you want. And we have our Facebook WhatsApp group. So any kind of question that you have, you can ask us. আমরা জানি যে সকলে যে প্যান্ডেমিক সিচুয়েশনের জন্য অনেকের দ্বারা হয়তো বা ডকুমেন্ট গুলো আমাদেরকে স্ক্যান করে দিতে পারছে না। নাথিং রং উইথ দ্যাট। What you can do, you have your WhatsApp, you have your Viber. What you can do, you can take a snap of those and you can send us with our WhatsApp, and we are more than happy to give you the support. So আগামীতে নতুন কোন সেশনে অবশ্যই দেখা হবে। সে পর্যন্ত আপনারা সবাই ভালো থাকবেন, সুস্থ থাকবেন। আজ তাহলে এই পর্যন্তই। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।